Hey, another vlog here. So I've been kind of going like on a Spider-Man kind of train ride here for a little bit on my vlogs. So finally, Spider-Man 2 has came out, and I was ready for it, and I beat Miles Morales. I didn't 100% think, oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. Okay, I think we're good. But yeah, I beat Miles Morales, so I was like, alright, I got my Spider-Man games out of the way. I'm ready for Spider-Man 2. And I finally get in the mail, and when I picked up the box, because it came like one of those bubble mailers, and I had pre-ordered this from Amazon, I could hear the disc was like loose in there. I was like, oh no, I hope it didn't get like scratched up and it's all damaged and everything. So I get home, I open up the package, and I look at the game. The game is perfectly fine. I don't even know how it did not get scratched, but I don't know. I guess the world was in my favor at that moment. The game isn't scratched, but the box is damaged. The box is, I mean, it's not heavily damaged. It's like on the spine. There's a little bit of like it looks like it kind of got squished, and there's like a tiny, like, where it went, like, I can't really explain it really well, but like it kind of like folded in just a little bit. But other than that, everything else is good. So that is a little bit of a bummer that it came in like a little damaged. But I'm gonna live with it because I'm not like that. I like to collect games and play them. I don't really care if they're all like in super perfect condition. I mean, I'd like for them to be in perfect condition, but that's just, you know, sometimes that's not how the world works. But yeah, back to Spider-Man 2. Popped in the game. I downloaded it to the PlayStation 5, well, copying it over, and then I'm like, you know what, I wonder if there's like already an update, and I was like, yeah, that'd be weird if there was already an update when it literally just came out, and checked for updates. There's a I'm pretty sure it's 36, but there's a 36 gigabyte update. I sat there, I was bamboozled. I was dumbfounded. I was like, 36 gigabytes and it just came out. How buggy is this game then? For them to have to release a 36 gigabyte update. That was crazy. And I got the DLC, or not DLCs, but like those extra pre-order bonuses as like an outfit for Spider-Man and an outfit for Miles Morales, 3 skill points, and web grabbers. I don't know what a web grabber is, but I'm still trying to figure out the game. So yeah, whenever I popped in the game, when it was finally done copying the game over, I'm like slowly, like over time, like updating the game. When I popped in the game, it did like this like intro, like, oh, Insomniac Games and all that stuff. When we get to the menu, there was no menu. I was really confused. I was like, what's going on? All it was like a black screen. I don't know if anybody else got that, or if it's maybe like one of those things where you have to update the game and it fixes that bug where there wasn't a menu. But all I got was a black screen. And I was like, okay. So after I configured some settings, I did the play new game. And of course it'll ask me, do you want to see like a last time on Spider-Man? So I did like that. Alright, yeah, whatever. I kind of want to see how they did like the last time on Spider-Man thing. So like, last time on Spider-Man, Miles Morales gets double-faced or whatever. Yeah, so after it did its like last time on Spider-Man, it finally shows a menu. It shows Spider-Man like on like the wall or on like a glass building. I'm like, oh, maybe that's what the menu was supposed to be, and I just get the like a weird bug. So I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, I started playing the game, and of course it does what I really like about video games. They show you like a cutscene, you know, and they're like little cinematics and everything, and then they throw you into the game. It's not like cinematic and then like loading screen. No, it's just like cinematic, and during cinematic you play the game. Like they just throw you in, you start swinging, you're going to your destination, say, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to keep up with speed, now I'm fighting a boss. So that was really nice. I like that they kept that like still a thing. Of course, game looks amazing. I feel like Peter Parker looks just a little different because I was playing the PS4 copy of the first Spider-Man, and so we had like how Peter looked before they updated his face, and then I played Miles Morales and he had a different face. I was like, okay, well now I'm looking at Spider-Man 2 and I feel like there's like some difference, but I don't know what it is. I haven't put like a side-by-side picture, but I might do that because I just feel like there's something different. And of course it shows Miles with his hair grown out now, which that could have been in Miles Morales, but I didn't see that. Oh, one more thing, I forgot to mention this about the updates. So yeah, I was saying like, oh my gosh, 36 gigabytes update for Spider-Man 2 already. Miles Morales had like a 4 gigabyte update. I'm like, dang, okay. Which, I mean, yeah, 4 gigabytes is great, but it's like, why did it go from 4 gigabytes to 36 gigabytes for Spider-Man? Or Spider-Man 2. And there was a big, gosh, I cannot talk. There was a big update for the first Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. I don't know if they did anything different for PlayStation 5, how big that update was. But yeah, just wanted to put that little note in there. The boss fight was really cool. I'm really glad, spoilers by the way, if you haven't played the game, which what I like to do sometimes is, if it's a game I'm really wanting to play, I'm really excited for, I don't want to see any gameplay. But I did kind of do a little bit of like keeping up with the updates, like, oh hey, this is what they're putting in the new Spider-Man 2. But as far as gameplay, they showed like gameplay from Miles Morales and Spider-Man 1, so I didn't see any gameplay from Spider-Man 2. But I did keep up with like what they're throwing in the game. So yeah, I'm really glad that I got to see Sandman. And of course there is going to be Venom. I'm going to be excited to see how that all plays out. I haven't gotten too far into the game. I'm going to try to take my time with it. I might 100% complete the game. I'm not too sure yet. But I am starting to get a lot of the collectibles. I got to get gas. But I am getting the collectibles. And I want to see what the costumes look like. I want to see what the suits look like. I can kind of predict like what the costume is gonna be from like previous games or movies. Like with the black silhouette of like, oh, this is what it's gonna be. Like I can already tell you that the Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse outfit's gonna be there, or that's what it looks like, at least. Yeah, so that's really cool. They updated the suit, the advanced suit, so that's really cool. I feel like healing is a lot slower now. Like you don't get as much focus, but that could also be from me not being far into the game. I think right now the position I'm in is for anybody who's played the game and already knows this, I was on the little ship where they were trying to transport Scorpion and not Chung-Li, I'm not Street Fighter. Oh God, what's his name? It's like Mr. Lee. I don't know what it is, but his enemy name is Mr. Negative. They were transporting him, and then like Craven's team was trying to like steal Mr. Negative and Scorpion, and I fought them. So yeah, I'm some part right after that. So combat is still really good. I like the little like focus moves that you do, like the special moves, there's like some like new fighting mechanics, and I'm still trying to get used to them because I'm used to playing first one in Miles Morales, where they kind of have like the same fighting skills, or like not fighting skills, but like the fighting moves. And I wanted to note one thing, that in Miles Morales, I really liked how they did how Miles is like. He just became Spider-Man, so he's not going to be so fluent with how Spider-Man is. Because Spider-Man's been doing this for years. He knows how to do like all these tricks and everything. He knows how to get to point A to point B real smoothly. He knows how to like just move around real well. And Miles Morales, he is just starting to become Spider-Man, so he's not too perfect at it. I mean, you can see he's kind of like still like, oh gosh, let me fix myself real quick while he's trying to swing. So I really like how they did that, because it shows that he's just a rookie. He's just a kid. He's trying to learn how to do all this stuff, because all this is new to him. And I think like over time during that game, he kind of started getting a little bit more like better about moving himself. And then in Spider-Man 2, you can start to see Miles is moving a lot better than he was in the Miles Morales game. So that's definitely like a good like little visual thing that I noticed. I like to see like small details, especially when I'm taking my time doing stuff, is just look around and embrace like, oh wow, the background looks really cool and the music is amazing. So I'm really glad that they kind of like made him a little bit more fluent and not just like a copy and paste from Miles Morales. And I like that about Insomniac games when it comes to Spider-Man games. I haven't really played any other Insomniac games. I don't know or what all games they've made. I'm sure I have. I don't know if they have just made Spider-Man, which I'm sure that's not the case. But they don't do like what Madden does. They don't just like copy and paste. No, they like add stuff. They like change some things. They make it different. And that's what I like about that. Insomniac Games is that company that I am now looking for, or that I have been looking for. I've been looking for game companies that are doing something different. Because nobody wants to do anything different. They want to stick with what they have, that they've had for years. Something that just like it was a one-trick pony, and they're keeping on riding that pony. A lot of people, EA, copy and paste their games, and they don't do anything different. Like it was funny because I was playing Madden, gosh, what was it? Madden 2011 maybe? Could be somewhere around that area. And like I played like a new Madden game, and I'm like, there's nothing different from these two. I mean, yeah, maybe graphics wise, but like not too much. Like they updated the grass textures. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Spider-Man 2. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty because I want to give myself a challenge. The challenge is good. I also want to enjoy the story. They do make like a good balance between like challenge and playability, and like just trying to enjoy the story while having a challenge. That's a good balance that they did. So overall, nothing really to complain about. I'm not complaining about anything really. I also noticed this like small thing is that Mary Jane's eyes are like glowing. They're like glowing blue. Like they look normal, but it's like if the sun hits them in the right direction, it's like they're just blasting a white light towards me. So I don't know. That's just like a weird little thing. I don't know if it's something they can fix in the update. And I wonder how many more updates they're gonna do for this game. Hopefully it's just that one update and they're like done with it. They say, yeah, game's perfect. Yeah, I mean, really only one complaint I have is like, yeah, that's a really big update. Like, why would I have that big of an update? So, yeah. And, oh, one quick thing before I go, because I'm going to have to go here in just a second. When I was playing the first Spider-Man game, I played it without updating the game, and then I finally updated the game. And then after updating the game, I saw like a lot more glitches and bugs. I was like, okay. Thought I was supposed to fix it, but apparently didn't. Yeah, that's about the end of my story.